Hey everybody, it's Mark from the Crystal Chronicles, your Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast. We record live on Twitch every Thursday night at the Crystal Chronicles at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Mino and myself bringing you all your Dffoo news and talk. You can connect with us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, or join our Discord, thecrystalchronicles.com for all the links, listen to all the past podcasts, or you can go look in the links below. Today is a run video for Guy Lost Chapter Lufenia Plus. So if you like videos like this, give it a like. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. Thank you for 2,000 subs. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later. So who I'm bringing today is Zidane, my green Zidane. And I wanted to bring Sync. I pulled on Sync. You can see that pull video here on YouTube. And Aphma. I think Aphma and Sync pair really well together. Aphma and Zidane, not so much, but that's okay. They get the job done. The orb is simple and yet a little bit tricky. The simple orb is if you have earth damage or earth enchant, it kind of stays static. If you want to increase it significantly, you need to have a debuff that does HP damage up. Now, Sync does have a debuff on her follow-up attack. After she uses her LD, she gets that LD buff and then has a follow-up attack which reapplies stun and applies a new countdown debuff. It's only a 3-turn debuff. Every time you attack, it counts down. That does HP damage up. It is a great debuff, but it can be hard to manage, especially on 2 targets with faster characters. So I imagine, depending on your team comp, using Sync, it could be really challenging to just keep that debuff on and manage those orbs. Not impossible. Big brain players I know can do it, and so it is possible, but a little bit challenging. You got to pay more attention than I am in this fight. You can see me every once in a while because I'm not paying attention. I was doing other things, which means I was doing multiple things poorly. The easiest way to deal with this is what I did and what most people are doing, which is bring Bronth Call. You don't even need his LD. You do need to have maybe his EX or something. Or maybe just level 80. I don't know exactly what. But to apply that Outlaw brand, which does the HP damage up. So every time you hit, you're doing that. Now, if you're deleting delaying, which is my strategy here, you can just apply that Gabranth Call at the beginning and you don't need to worry about the orb at all. It does disappear and then reappears later on. So the early part of the fight can be challenging if you need to deal with that orb, as can the end of the fight as well. The bosses don't really have any gimmicks where they really need to take turns. Yes, if you want to get rid of the red aura, you need to let them take turns. But the red aura really doesn't prevent you from killing them. So it's not like they're taking 0 HP damage, 0 brave damage. They do have crazy reductions, 90% brave reduction, I believe, and 90% brave gain reduction as well. But that's throughout the fight. So there's only so much you can do about that. That being said, you can delete and delay them. The nice pairing here is Zidane, of course, has his deletes. Anytime he breaks a target, he deletes his LD and his LD attack solution, HP attack, immediately unbreak and rebreak or cancel break and then reapply break, which deletes. Sync with all of her plus abilities. So anytime she has the plus abilities active, she is delaying the target. I believe her LD delays, and I believe her EX always delays as well. Her EX delays her as well. And that's why the pairing between Aphma and Sync is so good. Sync is a slow character, generally speaking, and she delays herself at various times. So Aphma, with her LD buff, can keep bringing Sync up to the front, so that Sync can be doing considerable damage and can constantly be delaying. So you see, I'm not paying attention really well, and I was breaking out of order every once in a while. I think Sync's EX ability is one of those that attacks the one that you don't target first. And so there were a couple times when I was trying not to break something so Zidane could delete them. But at the end of the day, the bosses did not get a turn, so it wasn't a big issue with this strategy. That being said, I really do like the kind of damage output Sync is doing. Her follow-up is great because it's constantly reapplying stun, which is her stacking debuff, which then is dispelled when it has 5 stacks and you attack and get the +5 version, right? Or the plus versions of her skills. So that was an issue with Sync. She was ramping up, and then she's so slow, so the ramp up process was hard. But every time she's hitting, even with her HP plus, she's as long as she has the LD buff, she's reapplying stun, and she's applying that new really awesome debuff that's doing HP damage up. So really, she's a really fun character. I don't know that she's a must-have at all, and no one's a must-have. Obviously, that's ridiculous. She's certainly not meta, but she's a solid damage dealer who is fun to play and probably has a high skill ceiling if you really want to get the most out of her. She does really pair well with Aphma. I did not play Aphma particularly well here in this fight, and I will tell you why. Because I am deleting and delaying, I really do not need my party to have fine-tuning. So fine-tuning is the buff she puts on the party with the Menjing attack, the HP attack. That's the defense up, brave damage taken, and debuff evasion. Party didn't need that at all. Her Meijing's tactics is the buff she gets from shield subverter, and that's her defensive. That's her defense up, her brave damage taken minus 50%, and her debuff evasion. I did not need to press shield subverter. I did not need to press the Mahjong HP attack at all during this fight. I should not have pressed them. I should have just done Ovzhang's attack and what's the other one? 6 element. Those are the only 2 buttons I should have pressed besides her EX and her LD, and that would have optimized, no pun intended, my run a lot better than I did. Didn't need to do it. Aphma is powerful enough. I'll fight anybody on saying Aphma is not powerful. Aphma is powerful enough. You can play her badly and she's still doing the job. She's not an ideal solo support, but with BT plus effects, I brought Y'shtola in just for whatever. Shout out to Daniel, who's a member of our Discord and a Twitch sub and also a Discord sub and supports us. So shout out to Daniel. Thank you, Daniel, for your Y'shtola here. Just to want to see her. I have no idea how to play Y'shtola as a friend, so don't watch that for that because I just press her BT plus and then probably do some other things. I don't really know. I'm not spending a lot of time with Y'shtola in BT plus era. So, but she's doing what she's sitting there. She's helping the Brave gains. You can see them popping up the green numbers. So she's doing something, even with the 90% Brave reduction. Her and Zidane BT effects up, even with Aphma's support being limited because I'm pressing the wrong buttons from time to time. They're doing plenty of stuff. So that's awesome. So, pretty simple run. Obviously, there's lots of different tactics. You can join our Discord. We have a whole thread of people's run completes, whether it's screenshots or videos. We have a help section where you can just discuss the strategy yourself. A lot of people find that helpful with whatever team you have. Obviously, if you're pulling for Reigns, if you're having trouble with this, Reigns can help as well. But really, I wouldn't go ahead and pull for Guy and Sync. Guy didn't get anything. He can certainly help here. But I wouldn't go ahead and pull for them if you can't beat this. I would wait, get Sid, and then see what you can do. But yeah, I think there are a lot of options when the fight does not require the bosses to take turns with a powerful character that can delete and another powerful character that can delay. You can really get it done, and I'm looking forward. I love delete delay. I know a lot of people don't. I'm looking forward to Kistis because she's the delete queen, and she's coming back here with a vengeance as a solid support. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed me talking through some stuff. Let me know how you did. Let me know if you're struggling. Join our Discord. Until next time, friends, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you around. Good luck on your next pulls.